Alrighty, so now we've got these lockpicks. Why don't we go try and open one of these chests? Just down here. How am I getting in there though? And then we'll go see Pisco. Pisco's actually well, I don't know what the full deal is, but a very famous drink from Peru is called Pisco Sour. So I wonder if there's a relation there. Very nice drink, very refreshing. Am I getting under here? This looks promising. Okay. Let's see how this works. Oh, it's part of those
This
things too.
garishly decorated fire drill appears to be a part of the new fire ceremony, an Aztec celebration of the new year. It consists of 5 days of fasting, bloodletting, and sacrifice. The fire drill is meant to be placed upon the chest of the freshly sacrificed. It marks feeding a large bonfire that ignites the flames of every nearby temple.
Ooh.
This one, however, doesn't appear to have been used, as the notches are clear of blood.
Good to know. Let's get out of here before we drown that low. I wonder if you need that extra cabling skill to be able to get all the way around there. Okay, so where's Pisco? He's up here. Let's go see if we can get these dice back.
Pisco?
You've already spoken to them, haven't you?
I have.
But you still don't see it.
They all had hope.
You need to do better than that if you want to win the game, Lara. Hope is one thing, but all those who have been cast out have thrived in their new lives despite their circumstances.
Even you, Pisco.
Well, I am the best Paititi player Paititi has ever known. Not bad for a dead man.
Not bad at all.
So again, what did you learn?
I learned that sacrifice can make your life better. That you shouldn't be constrained by the legacy of your family. You can find your own path. Love is stronger than death, and you need to believe in something greater than yourself. But ultimately, you can't control everything. It's what you make of your situation that defines you.
Well said, Lara. You're sure you're not dead? Taki thinks he lost his dice because he was unlucky. But it's not the throw of the dice that wins the game. It's the skill of the player.
I see that now.
What did you think of Moreka, the outcast?
She was expecting me. She seemed to know quite a bit about me.
Ah, she knows a lot about everything, Ishiki. She has the most wondrous items in her shop. Artifacts known only to the gods.
I saw.
You were lucky you found her. She often travels outside of Paititi, gathering inventory.
She seemed the most optimistic.
Of course she is. We have a saying in Paititi. We all create destiny. We don't choose our circumstances, only our actions. A lesson my friend Taki needs to learn. Well played.
Thank you, Pisco. I'll bring the dice back to Taki.
Okay, some good messages there. Right on. Did we read that one? Yeah, I think we did, didn't we? We can't read that one yet. Okay, but we can grab this treasure chest while we're here. We'll grab this gold. And then where's Tiki? Why is he not on here? There we go. Start with this.
Psychic move.
Wait, is it in there with the... No. We're right there. Hey Frisco. Just gonna steal your stuff after you gave us that revelation.
How can these shapes be Incan when they look like airplanes? Oh, I see. They're insects of some sort. Archaeology is a very delicate field of study. You have to put yourself in the mindset of people and cultures who died centuries before you were even born. Humans interpret strange phenomena based on what they already know. If the Inca had seen planes, they might have assumed they were some sort of bird. Given that, these shapes may not be insects after all. Some of them look more like fish.
Okay, I might as well grab this. Do need some more money. That Lady Disco's talking about, she's got some pretty good stuff to sell. So it's leads me to believe that, I think I've spoken to you already, haven't we? Leads me to believe that doing side quests is going to be very worthwhile. How are we getting down there then? I'm not too bothered about the gold for now, so we'll probably pass up on that. What else we got here? Let's grab this. Get some Mondor stuff and work over down. I think, yeah, he's over there, so that's cool. We can work down, grab this, head over there, yeah. There's base camp. How many skill points have we got now? Oh, an inventory. What's new? Ah, stuff here. Cool. Skill points, how many we got? 2? 3, okay. And this is a new one we got from the challenge tomb, increasing the amount of natural crafting resources gathered from each source. Very cool. Yeah, could go for that, get out of the way. No, let's do that actually. Up unlocks the next weapon grade available. There we go. Ooh, loose arrows simultaneously at 2 locked targets and then 3 locked targets. That could be pretty good. Where are these condors? Up there, I'd wager. Yeah. Oop. Gotcha. Anything else up here? Yep. Alright. Next level of Yucatec.
The Aztec used these to burn incense so they could communicate with the gods. Still smells of copal.
And, there we go. Fluent Yucatec.
The peak of this mountain is hidden behind thick clouds. I can't be sure what these 2 smaller hills on either side of the mountain are supposed to represent.
Okay. So, can we read that monolith now? Oh, it looks like we can. Okay. Hello. Let's go check out this monolith.
This describes something nearby. 7 golden birds perched here and there. One escaped to the trees with his treasure, dropped from his talons. I'm waiting for you.
Okay. 7 golden birds perched here and there. One escaped to the trees with his treasure, dropped from his talons. I'm waiting for you. Golden birds. There's one. Is that what they mean? 2, 3. So we're looking for an entrance that isn't a golden bird, I'm guessing. Another one. There's one in a tree. It's up here. Aha!
At last.
At last? Screw you, didn't take that long. Okay. So, let's now pick this one up. Yeah. Cool puzzle, I like that one. How am I getting down that way? Can we run again? There we go. Gotcha.
It's difficult to make out. People settled between 2 rivers. They weren't alone. However, these outsiders don't appear dangerous.
Alrighty, so I think, yeah, this is the market, isn't it? So let's grab this one, and then we should be nearly there.
All full up. Can't carry any more. The pilgrimage came to a fork of 2 rivers and decided to settle. They erected 2 pyramids and began their new lives as protectors of the box. I found your dice, Taki.
Oh, thank you.
Didn't you say Pisco stole your dice?
Everyone knows Pisco steals.
According to him, you wanted to play a game and you lost.
He wouldn't let me play again. Just one more roll and I would have won.
Pisco wanted you to know.
It's not the throw of the dice that wins the game. It's the skill of the player. Now that I have my dice back, I can practice more. Thanks again, Ishiki.
You're welcome. So no reward from him? I guess the journey was the reward. Go read this one now, I think. Did we already do this? Oh, wrong island. There it is.
This describes something nearby. The waters below protect me from the waters above.
Uh-huh. Okay, some waterfall. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. down here somewhere. Let's put up some air. Where's this waterfall? Whoa. It's right here. Okay. Are we in the right area? Just about. There we go. Alright, good. I think we'll probably want to start heading over to the other side now. Start exploring over here. Lots of stuff going on, so let's aim for this one.
This is a traditional foot plough, still used in the Andes today, even outside Paititi. Sometimes the simple ways are still the best.
I reckon the modern plough is probably better, actually. There we go. Aha, and a satchel. Yeah, satchel, excellent.
This Spanish document relates one of the many stories of El Dorado, the Golden One. When the first Spanish exploration ships returned home with their holds full of gold, the news spread like wildfire, and the stories got more extravagant with each retelling. Rumors of the Golden City gave birth to countless expeditions to the New World. All full up. Can't carry any more.
Well, maybe put some in that backpack. So what did that unlock for us? Survival caches over here. Otherwise looking pretty solid over this side. Yeah, I've still got to go back in and get that. And that's where we're going, up here. So just gotta find a few more crypts now. Mr. Survival cache up there. Should be easy enough to grab though. And here we need a shotgun. Oh, I think we can get in there now actually. I need to go back up here too. Okay. All the way up there, huh? No, there's that ladder there. Oh wait, there's something on the floor there. There you are. Another skill point. Ah, there's... Wait. Hang on a minute. Guessing that's below then, is it, somehow? How am I getting in here? Yeah, there we go. Get out. There we go. We're gonna have to find a way underground somehow.
The new methods of agriculture introduced by the cult of Kukulkan have only succeeded in destroying more crops. First, the bee colonies collapsed. Then the cocoa crop failed. The earth is too damaged for anything but corn to grow, and the stalks are flimsy. We must take action, or Paititi will suffer a tremendous famine.
Oop, didn't quite want to go down here. Just want to check if there's any sort of secret entrances. Well, probably there is, but well, we'll find them later.
Careful, friend of Unuratu. The Jaguar warriors. Don't get too close to them. They are always watching for rebel activity, and they have no mercy.
Alright, thanks for the heads up. Looks suspicious. Oh, is it actually down here? Okay. And another backpack, okay.
30th of November, 1603. With a local man as a guide, Lopez, the soldiers, and I set out from the city before first light. Just as well, as a terrible flu began to spread through the population. Lopez is convinced his artifact does not lie in the city itself, but somewhere just outside. I asked if it was not somewhat hypocritical to enlist the help of those loathsome people. Do not loathe them, he said, any more than you would these molosses. They are all creations of the Lord our God, as are we. I told him I was stunned to hear him speak in this fashion, but he took my hands and we prayed. The energy of his faith ran from him to me, until I felt the chains of doubt fall from my heart.
Yeah, survival cache down there. And a few more dotted around as well. Okay. Yeah, the survival caches are probably the, well, they don't really add that much, you know. I'm not sure they're really that necessary. But, you know, the artifacts and murals and stuff, they give us a little information, a bit of background, a bit of history and stuff, but caches, you know, just some resources, a bit of experience. I'm not, well, I'm not that thrilled about them really. And the relics and stuff, they're pretty cool.
Born to famine, raised in rebellion, orphaned but never alone, he rises as the sun.
Who does?
Mama says it upsets the waterfall's waka if I play in the cave. She just thinks it's too dangerous, even though there's all kinds of neat stuff in there.
Oh yeah? What cave? Don't hold out on me, kid.
The Inca used a combination of freeze-drying and salt to preserve just about anything edible. Charqui and chunos are basically meat and potatoes. Delicious.
That's good. Something else around here too? Survival cache. Where are you hiding? Right here. What do we actually get from these things? Yeah, resources. So how are we doing here? Not even 58%. Not even 50%. Get in there. Sorry guys, just need to have a look at this.
This describes something nearby. A lone sentry stands guard over me and his harvest.
Lone sentry, huh? Is that going to be a lone sentry? Kind of looks like it might be, doesn't it? A lone sentry stands guard over me and his harvest. I thought it would be in front of this guy. Sure, it's going to be down there. Where are you hiding? There we go.
This
Right
should come in
behind it.
handy.
Let's get some pretty good stuff. Okay, so that's underground, isn't it? So why don't we start heading up over here and see what we can find. See what these weird little pools are.
All full up. Can't carry any more.
Are all these young people crazy these days? I've seen kids scramble like goats in the heights above the village. Scares me to death. I hope you've grown out of your wild stage, young woman.
Not quite yet, I'm afraid.
Of course you haven't. But you will. So will these children. They will tie whatever they found up there, eventually.
Okay, Mum. Whatever you say. Where are we talking here? Okay, Yucatec, last one on the go.
Mesoamerican people used this stone as a tool for processing grain and seeds.
I don't know. We're trying to keep a low profile.
I would go.
Yeah, Jonah.
Only I can't abandon my post here, and time is running short. It would mean a lot to Queen Unuratu and the rebellion.
Don't stop on my account. Oh.
29th of November, 1603. After dinner, Lopez left the city. I followed, worried he might not return. I found him standing by the riverbank, lips moving as though in prayer. Not wishing to disturb him, I waited. His communion with God must have lasted through the night, and I regret to admit I fell asleep, for the next thing I knew, Lopez stood smiling serenely over me, the morning sun behind him, creating a halo. He helped me to my feet and clasped me in a strong embrace. Truilos, I know where to find the artifact, he whispered in my ear.
What's going on, fellas? You cool? Alright, fine, I'll leave. 2 skill points. So now let's get... Let's get this. Nope, that's 3 points. Okay, let's save up for the 2 arrows at once. 2 targets at once deal, I think that'd be pretty good. Okay, we've been in there, haven't we? Let's go see what that is. Salt. Huh. They're like salt mines, these. They're like each one will be owned locally by somebody, and they tend it, and they just generate lots and lots of salt. And you can walk between them like this, and it's huge. It's really quite something. Ooh. Look at over there. Gotta be something up here, right? There we go. Oh, okay, that's quite the jump there. That's right.
Oh my god. This is a penguin lawn ornament, painted and decorated and placed in a location of reverence. I shouldn't laugh, but it's so incongruous. The locals wouldn't be able to identify the animal it's intended to represent, and they certainly wouldn't be familiar with the material the statue is made from. There isn't any plastic in Paititi. I'd love to talk to whoever did this and learn why, what they think this penguin is.
Huh. Yeah, me too. So we climb up there. So the music. Let's grab this stuff first.
These ceremonial ceramic jars are used as corn beer or chicha. The bottom of these erpu are usually pointed to aid when pouring into smaller serving containers. This describes something nearby. The youngest of 4 turns his back on his brothers, unable to speak as I lie in his mouth.
It's gonna be that one over there, isn't it? Facing the other way with the doorway out. That kind of looks like its mouth, doesn't it? A couple of eyes. Same with that one. Where's the 4th one though? There we go.
This is great.
Right, let's see if we can climb up. Oh, there's the 4th one right up there. Okay. Let's see if we can climb up here at all. Not sure where we'd go exactly, but it certainly looks like we can. No, that's it. Okay. Not quite as much up here as I thought there'd be. So we've got to find that document. More over here too. I wonder if we go in through that way. You know what, we're right here. Why don't we just grab these? Clear them off. Hello. That was very close to the rocks there, Lauren. we? In here? Alright, you want to go through? Okay. Certainly looks like there's a gap there. That's you. Is this document still up there? Okay. Oh, have I not been up here before? Huh.
During a fierce battle, a man of two bloods throws down his weapons and, speaking with passions, convinces the other warriors to do the same. They follow him from the battlefield into the city, where they behead several merchants whose initial bickering caused the war.
Okay, definitely see something through there. Ah, that's the other side. That's where we did the swan dive from. Okay. So we do have to go through that gap. So I'll have a little look here. So this definitely looks like it's going somewhere. It's in just the right position too. How strange. Over to the down here. These little hidden caves. Weird. Very weird. Look at that. I was sure that was going to be the entrance there.